are the loud and hectic streets of the outskirts of Manila.
Located on the island of Luzon, Manila is my starting point.
And I'm currently trying to hail a mode of transport to get me into the city centre. These very bizarre vehicles that you keep seeing, they're called jeepneys. You don't have any official stops for a jeepney. You just put your hand out and hope that one of them's going to stop for you. This one's got a Union Jack on the front. That might be a good sign. Let's see if we can jump on this one, Frank. Hello. Hello. And I've just done one of the hardest things, which is jumping on a jeepney in this heavy traffic. It's the most common form of transport that you'll find all over the Philippines. And for the price of around about 20 cents, they'll take you wherever you want to go on their route. This will be my last chance to be in a big major city before I head out into the forest. Woo! I've come to the Philippines to find a creature
Called Draco volans.
Draco actually means dragon. You may know it as the flying lizard.
While these dragons can't breathe fire, they can fly. Folds of skin act as wings, allowing them to glide up to 30 feet, an incredible distance when you're only 8 inches long. They look so much like mythical dragons, early explorers brought them back to Europe and sold them as baby dragons. I can't wait to see one in action.
For me to try and find one, I'm gonna have to head deep into the forest of the Philippines. And for that, we should get moving, Frank.
First, I'm feeling curious. The noise and smell nearby is impossible to ignore.
This is Quiapo Market, and like so many markets in this part of the world, it's just full of people and noise and vehicles. Manila is, in fact, the most densely populated part of the world in terms of human population. 12 million people live here. Over 110,000 people live per square mile in the city of Manila.
After exploring the market,
It's time for a pick-me-up, Frank. Hi. How are you? Yeah, could I get one? All right. This is a very, very typical, traditional Filipino treat. It's called halo-halo.
halo-halo literally means mixed together. It's a crazy concoction of sweet potato, candied beans,
Oh, that's a lot of sugar.
tapioca, ice cream, tropical fruits, condensed milk, and a zillion other ingredients.
If you look at all of these things here, sugar, 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 sugar. It's all got sugar in it. I would describe that as sweet.
Manila is a shopper's paradise, and the market outside Quiapo Church is one of the city's best.
This is interesting, huh? Big Catholic church, and then all of these fortune tellers just lined up.
Traditional Filipino fortune tellers are called manghuhulas, and they're very popular.
Hi, could you read my fortune?
Yeah.
You knew I was coming, didn't you? Oh,
It's hot.
Do you paint
but
nails?
it's okay.
can you do mine? Because look, mine are all chipped.
Yeah. Red and black.
Never done this before, Frank.
Okay.
Getting my nails done while having my fortune telling. I get my nails very dirty because my hands are in the ground a lot.
Yeah.
But if my nails are painted, you can't see. You can't see
yeah,
the dirt
yeah,
underneath.
I know what you mean. You can find a
I'm gonna find that in the forest.
bar of gold.
Yeah.
You can find it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Treasure. It means treasure.
Okay. I came to find a flying lizard, but I'm gonna find a half-naked man with a beard, semi-clad in a robe. It's interesting.
Do you like this?
Oh, whoa! I got a raven.
You can fly everywhere. Whatever you want, you can go.
You're good.
But I didn't need a fortune teller to tell me that. I have a plane ticket in my pocket. I'm island hopping 400 miles south to the island of Bohol. From 20,000 feet, you get a fantastic sense of the Philippines' unique geography. It's a massive archipelago of over 7,000 islands, spread over about 186,000 square miles.
As you can see, it really is quite beautiful here. These rice paddy fields to my left and to my right are really very dramatic.
The drive takes me through one of the most baffling vistas on Earth.
Wow. So behind me here are the absolutely beautiful chocolate hills of Bohol. In the summertime, they have this very dark brown chocolatey colour, which gives them the name the Chocolate Hills. They're in the rainy season, which means quite a lot of grass has grown on top of them. There's 1,200 of these hills dotted around this area here, and geologists can't really work out how they are formed. The main school of thought is that these hills are made of marine limestone, and over the course of millions of years, they've eroded to form these bumps. Beautiful, right?
The first real stop in my search for the flying lizards is the Raja Sikatuna Protected Landscape. Covering 40 square miles, it's almost twice the size of Manhattan Island.
Wow. It's beautiful here, a little bumpy on the road, and I've come here to meet a gentleman called Ryan, who's hopefully going to be able to tell me a little bit about a flying lizard. I'm guessing this must be him. Ryan, hey.
Ryan's a conservationist at Raja Sikatuna.
I'll follow you, I'm ready to go.
He tells me flying lizards live pretty much exclusively on tree trunks, and they love dense forests like this because jumping from tree to tree is much easier.
The one there.
Where?
There.
Where?
There. There. Sitting on the trunk. It's watching us.
The first creature we spot isn't a flying lizard,
It's quite low in the tree as well.
Very close.
Yeah.
but it is a flying creature.
I'm just gonna have to speak a little quiet. I don't want to spook this little guy. But that is the flying lemur of the Philippines. A crazy looking little creature. It's got the face of kind of half bat, half squirrel. Interesting that it's called the flying lemur, since it doesn't fly, it glides gently from tree to tree. And it's not a lemur at all, it's more closely related to primitive primates.
Like the flying lizard, they're able to glide because of a membrane of skin connecting their neck to the bottom of their feet.
They're actually able to fly over 200 feet. Oh, he's on the move. They'll look to where they're going, gauge that distance, and then they'll open up their body like a wingsuiter. See on that white tree, Frank? That was amazing. Look, still on the tree, straight ahead of me. It probably glided way more than 50 feet, maybe 60, even 70 feet, towards the beam of that tree there, which is maybe 2 feet across. Amazing accuracy. Although impressive, they don't even come close to the animal that I've come all this way to see, the flying lizard.
We keep hiking and searching for the flying lizard of the Philippines. Then my local guide, Ryan, spots something promising.
Oh, there's a lizard.
There, I don't see it.
It's in the back of this trunk.
Look, see, Frank. You gonna get it? It's not moving. It thinks she's not seen you. Grab it, grab it. It's gone. It went up here. Hang on.
I got a
Nice, nice. Good spotting.
Anglehead lizard.
Like chameleons, the angle-headed lizard can change color.
When you first grabbed him, he was much greener. Now he's a little darker color. Those changes in color are usually associated with mood, so he's probably trying to tell me that, you know, he's a big, tough lizard and not to mess with him too much. And look at those spines. If you imagine something's coming over to bite this little lizard on the face, the first thing it's going to get in its mouth is a bunch of these relatively significant spines on the top of its mouth. Look at those blue eyes. A beautifully blue-eyed, angle-headed lizard. Cool. All right, Ryan, I'll give you that guy back.
After a few hours of searching, no luck. Ryan suggests I head to another location nearby. At the very least, I might also spot another one of the Philippines' crazy creatures.
Currently driving to a tarsier sanctuary. You'll see a lot of tarsiers on postcards and T-shirts and posters and things like that.
Tarsiers are freaky, pint-sized primates, the size of a softball. It takes a skilled local to spot them.
I'm meeting up with a guy called Carlito, and he is known locally as the tarsier man. Hopefully, he can point me in the right direction to find the tarsier, and who knows, maybe he'll point me in the right direction to find the flying lizard as well. Fingers crossed.
My guide, Carlito, is somewhat of a local legend. In fact, some say he's half man, half monkey because of his life in the jungle. We've arranged to meet 2 miles into this steamy rainforest.
As soon as you get into these thick trees, it becomes much more humid. I spy a man in a blue shirt. Carlito.
Hey.
Very nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Just a few minutes on the trail with Carlito, and it's easy to see why they call him the Tarsier Man.
Smell? What tarsier smell?
Yes.
What, they leave a scent?
Yes, they rub it on the branch to mark their territory.
It looks like he's smelling pee, but Tarsiers mark their territory with a urine-like scent.
So when you smell it, are we close?
Oh, yes,
Yeah?
we're close.
Okay, cool. Where do they usually like to be?
Mostly 1 meter above the ground.
Okay.
Yes.
And do they respond to sound or vibration? Should we be careful?
They're very sensitive.
Is it
Yes,
sound?
the
Okay,
sound.
so shut up, Frank, okay?
The Tarsiers' size and colour make them nearly impossible to spot. But when Carlito does see one, it completely catches me off guard. I'm face to face with one of the world's smallest primates, the cute and peculiar tarsier.
A little bit like Yoda. It's like Yoda and Gollum had a special kiss and made a special friend.
Those extraordinary eyes are a tarsier's most valuable asset.
In terms of the relation to the size of its head, its eyes are the biggest
Of all mammals. If our eyes were proportionally as big as a tarsier's, they'd be the size of grapefruits.
But its eyes are actually fixed, and the way that it solves that problem to look out for predators is that its head can turn 180 degrees to the left and 180 degrees to the right. Those eye sockets are bigger than its brain. They're also bigger than its stomach. So you could say that its eyes are literally bigger than its belly.
Those big eyes also help them see at night when they hunt their prey.
So these guys eat things like grasshoppers and crickets?
Yes, they like that.
Right, these
Sometimes
guys-
they eat some small lizard.
Okay. She's looking at that grasshopper that's just climbing this branch now. That's amazing. You can see the first thing the tarsier needs to do is stop that grasshopper from moving its back legs, because that could easily damage its eyes. She does that by just starting to gnaw into its head. Eat it as quickly as possible. See that change in personality when there's prey around.
Tarsiers are the only exclusively carnivorous primate in the world.
From adorably cute to a vicious killer. In the blink of an eye, one of the smallest primates on the planet, the Philippine tarsier. Thanks, Carlito.
Okay.
As I find my way back to the car, I keep scouring the dense forest for flying lizards.
Oh, look, on this branch. Hey, come around this side, Frank. Right at the top of that branch there, just starting to move because she can see me. This is one of my most favorite insects in the world, the giant Asian mantis. This is an extremely fastidious, clean creature. When a human grabs hold of them, they'll tend to spend the vast majority of the time cleaning themselves, because they find humans really quite disgusting. This is one of the largest mantids in the world, and the best it could do to me is probably a mild scratch.
In the insect world, the giant mantis is a master killer, taking down other insects and even small lizards and mice in fractions of a second.
Those front limbs, when this female mantis sees an animal that she thinks she might want to have for lunch or dinner, she'll fire those out like a punch, like a boxer's punch, but
different from a boxer's punch. The limb pins prey in place and comes back extremely quick. And then this female is gonna start eating that animal. The giant Asian mantis only eats live prey. Cool, very cool. It's getting late and still no sign of the flying lizard. But as I head back to the car, something else catches my eye. You can see butterflies everywhere, and look, right here, these little enclosures are filled with butterflies. Very cool. This national park is home to a little butterfly sanctuary. Look at the sign. You see it? Don't make too many moves. Hang on, I'm gonna get out of this thing. Nice. This is one of the most beautiful moths in the world, but let's see if we can... Oh, this is perfect. Look, head down the hill, Frank. Unbelievable size on this creature. I think these are little butterfly places, so let's see if we can find an empty one of these, Frank, because she's liable to fly off for sure. There's nothing in here. Hey, let's go in here. They won't mind just for a second, and then we'll have a chance to actually see this thing without it flying away from me. Oh, it's trying to fly. This is the biggest moth in the world. This is the Atlas moth. Those wings make it the largest moth in the world. On a big female such as this, the wingspan can be as much as 12 inches. It's called the Atlas moth for a few different reasons. It's not really known which one was established first, but if you look at the wings, you can see that there's very distinct kind of islands there. It's almost as if the wings represent the world or an atlas. Another thought is that this moth was associated with the Greek man, Atlas, who was convinced by Zeus to carry the sky on his shoulders. So you think about just how big and heavy those wings are on this moth. It's almost as if she's carrying the world on her shoulders. Now, that fluttering of her wings that she's doing right now is probably doing a few different things for this moth. Warming up her wings, getting ready to fly, and getting her to a temperature where she feels a little bit more comfortable. They're not the most incredible flyers in the world. They actually kind of lope around. It's like a dopey fly, and it takes quite a lot of energy for this creature to pick up its wings and fly around. You look at the antenna, it's huge. The antennae help them detect the scent of a mate as quickly as possible, because as adults, they live about a week, maybe 10 days if they're lucky. In that short time frame, they'll mate, lay their eggs, and then die. The biggest moth in the world, the Atlas moth. With just a few days left in my trip, it's time to spread my own wings. I'm leaving Bohol and flying to an island famous for its pristine wilderness, Palawan, known as the Philippines' last frontier. It may be my last hope for finding a flying lizard. So this is Palawan. Absolutely beautiful, right? There's about 1,700 islands dotted around here. In fact, it was thought to be one of the first places humans came to live on the islands of the Philippines. And how many times do you get the opportunity to stay in a traditional local hut? That's what I've done for us, Frank. Well, actually, that's what I've done for you, because over here is this absolutely stunning nipa hut. Nipa huts are the traditional house for most of the Philippines' 70 indigenous communities. The bamboo makes them sturdy, yet lightweight, and easily moved in the event of impending bad weather. Check this out. This is where you're staying for the night, Frank. Look at this. No expense spared. So much bamboo in there. Palm fronds. You've got your own entranceway, which leads into a porch. Come on, Frank, this is your place. And then here, a lovely private area with not one, but 2 windows, Frank. I'm just going up the road to one of the few 5-star locations. I'll see you. No, Frank, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have fun, Frank. Only joking, Frank. Come on, you're coming with me. Come on, you little devil. This
is actually where we're going to stay. Slightly more substantial nipa hut. Oh, gecko. Lizard, look, check it out. You're okay, little lizard. Look at it, okay. Check it out. Tokay gecko. This is one of my most favorite geckos on the planet. These guys are spectacular. You can see the stunning colors on this guy. The vast majority of geckos on the planet have pads on their feet. Some geckos have claws on their feet. The tokay gecko actually is one of the few lizards on the planet that has both. You can see its ability to grip hold of my finger here with those pads, which act a little bit like Velcro. It also has claws at the very end. And if I just get this guy to open his mouth a little bit more, look at that big black mouth it's got to say I'm big and scary. But it's non-venomous. They do have a pretty muscular bite. I'm gonna let this guy bite me, just so you can see just how tough it is. You wanna bite me? Yeah. And every time I move away, it bites me a little harder. So what I'm gonna do is just relax my finger. It's okay, sweetheart. There. Obviously, a lot of times you see me putting animals back, you don't tend to put them back in houses, but this is a house gecko. It's an animal that likes living in people's houses, and I'm putting back in there. Great to find a lizard, but it's not the lizard I'm looking for. Palawan is the 5th largest island in the Philippines. Its remote, mountainous interior means much of the rainforest here is undeveloped, so I should have more opportunities to spot the flying lizards. My search for the elusive reptiles restarts here, in these dense and murky mangrove forests. You see all these little hidey holes everywhere. Perfect spots for creatures to hide. My guide, named Stong, has lived on Palawan his entire life and knows these mangroves better than anyone. Flying lizards also like to live on trees near water, so this looks perfect. I always feel like I'm in my favorite movie of all time when I'm in these type of environments. It's very, very Apocalypse Now-like. In the film, the Philippines was a stand-in for Vietnam. Very difficult to film in Vietnam when Francis Ford Coppola wanted to. And as you can see, very dramatic background. Mangrove trees are some of the hardiest trees on the planet, and they deal with extremely salty water by filtering out 90% of the salt through their roots. The salt is then excreted through the leaves. In fact, if you were to grab the leaves of that tree, turn it over onto the underside and lick it, you'll taste salt. To find the lizard, I need to keep my eyes to the skies. But walking through these mangroves means keeping a closer eye on my footwork. Careful with your feet, Frank. And you see every so often little crabs and spiders everywhere. It is obviously a place abundant with life. But not all life in these mangroves is in plain sight. My God. I've not upset you, have I? Stong is actually searching for a creature people here consider a delicacy. I know this thing. Now, although this looks like I've just accidentally sneezed. Oh, have you got a tissue, Frank? Ooh, this is actually a creature known here locally as the tamalok. I'm just gonna put these little guys back because there's a much bigger one here. Look at that. Absolute beauty. I mean, I'm lucky enough to see some stunning animals, but that takes the cake. In the West, you might know this as a shipworm, not a dangerous creature. That's the front of this creature's body. Tamilok are mollusks. They bore into rotting logs where they happily spend the rest of their lives dining on wood fibre. Tamilok are foraged, then sold at local restaurants. Despite their unsexy look, people here believe Tamilok are an aphrodisiac. How many do you need to have to make you feel? Okay. I might put this in my pocket for later. To eat one of these, what would you need to do? Do you cook it? Do you put it in oil, vinegar, or ketchup?
So we wash it, then we put it into the vinegar, add some onion and garlic.
Yum, I love onion and garlic.
The amount of salt. Then, yeah.
All of the things that you're describing sounds great. Onion, garlic, salt, vinegar. Just the tamalak, adding the tamalak seems like a bad idea. I'll watch you eat it.
Yeah.
Straight down the hatch. No problem.
No problem. It's really delicious.
Is it? Well, we'll put this back. The beautiful, absolutely stunningly, spellbindingly pretty, and not at all covered in dirt and blackness and maybe some poo, tamalak. OK, should we get moving?
Yeah, sure.
The mangroves feel ancient and primordial. It's easy to imagine this is where creatures first crawled out of the ocean and onto land. In fact, there's still evidence of those animals today.
Always some interesting little creatures. Let me see if I can grab one. Hey, little buddy. I've got him. I've got him. You're OK, little slippery dude? You're OK. Check it out. This is one of the most... Oh, little dude. Where'd you go? There you go. Incredibly important creatures in terms of evolution. This is a mudskipper. This creature can live on the water's edge and then jump out onto dry land for a little bit, find some food, and come back.
Creatures like this made their first steps out of water millions of years ago, eventually evolving into amphibians and then reptiles.
This is an animal that is generally aquatic, becoming terrestrial, becoming a land-dwelling creature.
Mudskippers are an amphibious fish that has evolved an ingenious way of breathing on land.
Obviously, we know that most fish get their oxygen by breathing in oxygenated water and filtering it through their gills.
But mudskippers breathe through their skin and carry oxygenated water with it in cheek pouches.
Look, see how he fills up his big cheeks like that? That's what he does.
They act like a scuba diver's oxygen tank, while the mudfish is out of water. And when they're on land, they use their abdominal fins to crawl about.
An incredible adaptation on a fish. Put this guy back. See you, buddy.
The mangrove forest is full of surprises, but I still haven't seen the flying lizard. Stongs told me there's a Dutch biologist working in a national park not too far from here. Its lush, unspoilt forest could be home to flying lizards. So I'm taking a shortcut out of the mangrove and way off the beaten path.
As you can see, this really is a full-on jungle drive now. Got to be careful that I don't hit any crazy rocks or trees. We're really in the thick of it now. Oh, hold on tight, Frank. We're going through the rapids.
I'm heading for Cleopatra's Needle, a remote forest reserve dominated by one of Palawan's highest peaks.
It's also where the oldest community of humans in the Philippines. Oh.
This shortcut may have cut short my entire trip.
F***ing hell. The bad news is the car stopped working. I honestly don't know what I'm looking for. I know absolutely nothing about cars. The good news is it's full of washer fluid. Brilliant. I think maybe the drive shaft is broke or something like that. There was a town or village about 10 kilometres up the street, so looks like we're walking. Hey, look out for a car, Frank. Maybe we can hitchhike. Stick my leg out. He's slowing down, he's slowing down. Come on, Frank. Can I get in? It's good. Come on, Frank, get in. We have this guy as well. Hello. Nice one. Let's go on there.
Modified motorbikes like this are ubiquitous across the Philippines. Sometimes you'll see 8, 9, even 10 people, plus all their stuff, piled on a single motorbike. I'd say we've hit the jackpot here. And lucky for me, this driver knows the best and only mechanic in town.
Car dropped me off at the end of the line, which happens to be the shore here. Try and get my car fixed, but it looks like I'm going to be here for at least an hour, if not a couple of hours. The good thing is there's a whole bunch of stores around here and people, so see what we can see.
And that looks like a great way to kill some time.
A little basketball court here. In fact, basketball is the biggest game in the Philippines. It's played by everyone. Let's see if these guys will let me play.
In your face, LeBron James! That was exactly the break I needed. My car's fixed, and I was even able to contact the Dutch biologist, who should be able to help me find the flying lizard. His name's Jonah van Beijnen, and I'm meeting him in a remote village in Cleopatra's Needle National Park.
I think we're actually getting pretty close to the village now, because I don't know about you, but I can hear the sound of distant doggies and the odd chicken here and there. Oh, look, scorpion. Look, right at the base of that tree, see? See that little black shape? Nice little scorpion. Let me grab a stick. This is the Malaysian forest scorpion. They look quite like the biggest scorpion in the world, the emperor scorpion, which I've got at home. You notice with big animals, the biggest of their species, is that they're usually quite docile. The emperor scorpion is docile. The Malaysian forest scorpion is actually quite keen to sting, which is the reason why I'm keeping him, or her probably, on the end of this branch. A little jab from that stinger would definitely give you cause for concern. He's a little feisty. Malaysian forest scorpion, that was a cool find. There you go, sweetheart. See you later. Snake, right here, right here. Keep rolling. Snake. Got it. You're okay, you're okay. You're okay. This is a feisty little colubrid called a wolf snake. The name wolf snake comes from the fact they have pretty significant fangs at the very front of their mouth, which will give you a pretty nasty bite. Hang on, let me see. Oh, stay away from my hand for a second. Not hugely dangerous to humans, but certainly a bite that you wouldn't enjoy. And he's also musking on me right now, which means that he's giving off a little smell from his anal gland. But I've been musked on by enough snakes by now to know that is just a warning. You're okay, you're okay. Feisty, very cheeky. Let's put this guy back right here, Frank. Wolf snake. Okay, let's get moving. Looks like it opens up a little bit here, so maybe this is the start of the village. Now, this looks promising. There's people around here.
There are about 70 cultures indigenous to the Philippines. This village is home to the Batac people. For centuries, the Batac have lived here in the Palawan wilderness, hunting and gathering, as well as farming. Aspects of the modern world are slowly creeping into life here, but the Batac still maintain a close relationship with the land.
I was told to look out for a tall gentleman, and that must be you.
That's me indeed.
This is great. He's the perfect height to grab flying lizards on tall tree trunks. Jonah's a biologist, studying the wildlife at Cleopatra's Needle. He tells me no one knows the creatures that live here better than the Batac.
We help them protect the forest, and at the same time we learn a lot about the animals like the flying lizard. They like good quality forests.
Okay.
And we're here at Cleopatra's Needle, which holds some of the best forests in the country.
Would there be someone representing the Batac people that I could sit down and chat to about the animals here that live here?
That's the house of the wife of the chieftain right there.
How's it going?
Umaga po.
Hello.
They're just doing some rattan weaving here. They're making their own baskets. This is materials that they can find in the mountains here.
How long do you think it would take to make that little one that's right in front of it?
It takes around a day. It's a day of work.
Wow, that's a lot of work. I'm hoping the chieftain's wife can tell me about their relationship with the flying lizard.
So she said that as long as the flying lizard sticks to your body, either yourself or one of your family members will die. And I think it's a bad omen.
Bad omen. That wasn't exactly the information I was hoping for.
Salamat.
Salamat po.
Good luck, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But with that in mind, Jonah and I set out into the forest. Flying lizards seldom leave the trees, but males will knock each other to the ground in fierce territorial battles. So we need to keep our eyes high and low.
Going okay there, Dom?
Those big steps that you're taking is not as easy for me.
Must be those little dwarf feet.
What do you have? You got something?
Yes.
Frog? Yeah. Yes. Very peculiar looking frog.
A flat-headed frog. A very rare frog, only found at Cleopatra's Needle. There's small pores in its skin, which it uses for breeding. Right. It's a very primitive breeding apparatus. And this is one of the oldest frog species there is. Right. So only the later species of frogs developed real lungs.
It's a very slimy
And
frog.
it's indeed one of the most slippery frogs to hold. Give it a try.
You're okay, little buddy. You're okay. You're okay.
It doesn't seem to like you very much, huh?
No, I tell you what, I've held on to some slimy things in my life, but this is one of the slimiest. Very cool.
But he looks a little nervous, so I'll set him free.
There you go, little buddy. It's nice to meet you. Vum, and he's gone like a rat up a drain pipe. All right, Jonah, so lead on. Like basketball.
And that guy's tall.
Well, Dom, we're entering dragon territory now.
Nice.
As you can see, the forest is getting thicker. It's a lot of looking up. I think we got one.
Where? Oh, there. Oh, it's gone. It's there.
He went up.
Frank, see it? It's there. No, it's on other side, Frank. That's gone. You still see it? I don't see it.
I don't see it, Dom.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw something, a little tail kind of whipped up, you know, but I'm sure it's gone by now. It's probably flown off. Well, that was my first sighting of a flying lizard. Quite fleeting, but at least now I know what to contend with.
We will find one.
Yes, I like that. I like that confidence. That comes from a tall man.
The deeper into the jungle we go, the clearer it gets that we're looking for a tiny creature in a vast Philippine jungle. Time to switch gears and split up.
There's a lizard. Wait, just went around that corner. If you come around this way, Frank, you might actually be a nice distraction. They do this thing where they'll try and stay on the other side of the tree. Okay, stay there. I'm going to come around. Stay on its blind side for most of the time. It's just here. I got it. Let's head down to this rock down here. Because if this thing's going to fly, I want it to have a nice soft landing. Nice. It's okay, little buddy. It's okay. Okay. There we go. So check it out. This is the flying lizard of the Philippines. This is actually Draco palawanensis. And it looks like a feisty little male.
Like a lot of lizards, this little guy can also change color.
When I picked it up from that tree, it was the same color as the trunk of that tree, that kind of just boring pale color. Now, because I'm holding on to him, he's doing a little bit of posturing and he's changing color a little bit. Whoa, see that? See that little throat sac that he's got every so often comes out. That is a little sign to say, leave me alone, I'm a big lizard. I'm a big dangerous lizard. These guys aren't dangerous at all, so not a venomous lizard. The locals here think that it's dangerous.
Even a bad omen. But right now, I'm feeling incredibly lucky because I'm holding a lizard with wings.
If I actually bring this lizard towards you, Frank, and just pull this flap of skin, you're all right, little buddy. And if I just very gently extend that out, you can see that that's about as close to a set of wings on a reptile as you're ever gonna see. Those slightly thin, vein-looking things, they're actually the lizard's ribs that have moved from the area that you would imagine they're on a lizard, down the side here like they are on us. His ribs have been extended over the course of hundreds of millions of years of evolution, and they've caused this adaptation to occur, which is called the patagium, that thin membrane. They can fly about 30 feet. That's more than 40 times their body length. That would be the equivalent of a human flying unaided with no equipment nearly 300 feet. An amazing skill for this tiny little creature. And since we're above this nice body of water here, he'll have a nice soft landing. Let's see if this guy will just fly out of my hand. I'm just gonna let him go. Give him that opportunity. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. Whoa, that is something else for a lizard to do that. It's just scrabbling up on this rock now. Got it. It has a relatively long tail for the length of its body because it can use that tail like a rudder to give itself the correct direction to get from tree to tree. Pretty amazing, right? For any animal to fly, but for a lizard to fly, incredible. And that's the reason I've traveled this far to find this lizard, this flying lizard. Might be tiny, but its talent is huge. Let's see if it'll fly one more time for us. Incredible.